Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Wanted to touch base and see how your weekend was with 3 days off. We're ready to start a full 5 day learning week this week. I think you're going to like some of the changes I put in place. You may have seen my email. Maybe your parents told you about what I sent them. I sent you the same thing. You were all on the same email. But I thought I would share who walked around our neighborhood this weekend, and it really put a smile on my face. So I thought I'd share it with you. I also thought I'd share something from this weekend. My daughter brought her husband and kids over to look for Easter eggs and candy in the yard, and it really brought a smile to our face. But as you can see, we kept our distances, and they only stayed for a few minutes outside, but we definitely enjoyed seeing them in person rather than on FaceTime. So I hope you guys did something fun on Easter just to break up uh, one day from the other kind of thing. So I hope it was special. I wanted to share with you a few things. I'll go back to Happy Monday. Wanted to share a few things that's going to be happening this week. If you haven't looked at this week's schedule, you may, I want to tell you, but if you have noticed, I have recorded the whole rest of Captain Nobody on the schedule. The first few links are 5 minutes in length, and then the last ones are a little bit longer to finish out the book. So I think you'll like the end of the book. I think our Captain Nobody truly is our Captain Somebody here. Just like we may feel like nobody's sitting in our house, we can be heroes. We can be doing the right thing by staying at home, showing our support to those on the front line, the people that are cleaning our hospitals, those kind of people. So keep them in your thoughts and prayers, and finish Captain Nobody. But I thought I would also share with you, this is what our schedule for the week will look like. This is the link right here to our Google Meet. We're going to meet today and Wednesday as a whole class at 10 a.m. And that's the link. It's the same link every time we meet. So you don't have to worry about getting the right one or anything. This Google Meet is at 10. On Tuesday and Thursday, I'm going to meet with smaller reading groups, and I'll show you that in a minute. And these are our goals for the week. I broke the math activities into 5 days worth of learning. If you're kind of being, hey, I want to be a mathematician all day today and I'll do the rest of this stuff tomorrow, that's okay. You can do math. The only thing that's different is the Thursday activity won't be posted until Thursday. But if you want to kind of check off all these boxes to do, that's great. Reading, the same thing. I have a RAS kid. I want you to listen to the story I've assigned, then read the story, then write a journal here, then do the quiz. And on Friday, you can finish up any work that you haven't finished. Notice there's a new way to log in to RAS Kids. I set up a new account so our whole class could be on it. We didn't have to share those student 1, student 2 kind of numbers. So when you go into RAS Kids, make sure you're off the old login, and you're going to look for Mrs. Bim and your name. And of course, our password will be the rocket ship. So let me know if you have any questions on that. On Tuesday, these will be the 2 reading groups right here that I will meet with. Allie and Jelani at 10 o'clock. And at 10:30, Quinn, Caitlin, Alina, Amanda, and Fabian will be my group. And then on Thursday, I will meet with these 2 groups. Again, it's the same Google link that's at the top of the page. Then here's all the Captain Nobody books. If you finish work quickly for both math and reading, I've given extra activities, and these are kind of fun activities I think you'll enjoy doing, and you can do them for as long or as little as you want. I won't be collecting those, but they are good to keep your brain from turning into mashed potatoes. And here's with the reading, some things you could do. Now, writing is the exciting part. We are starting our new research project today, and you get to choose who you want to research. We've talked about this. We've practiced researching together with Martin Luther King, and Cesar Chavez. And now it is your opportunity to do some research on whoever you think has made a difference in the world. I made a video explaining the project. These are the expectations. All of this is in Google Classroom, everything. And that's what I want you to work on all week, is to research your person. And go to these documents here to see a little bit more about that. Grammar. I did another video and then a week's worth of Seesaw. You guys are getting really good at Seesaw. I'm super proud of you. I'm going to start adding a few other activities, not necessarily assignments, but activities on Seesaw. Handwriting. These are different things you can do. I attached a mini mystery science, see what Doug's up to, and of course the specials. Let's see. Oh, and so let's go over to, that's my Easter bunny. Google Classroom. You know, when we go to Google Classroom, this is usually what we see. I want you to focus up here. I don't want you to go to Stream, because this is just a whole long list. You see, that kind of looks overwhelming, like, oh, I got to do all of that. That's so much. If I go over to Classwork, the very next thing, I've organized it. So I have this week's work in here in April 13th. I have our Google link. It's always going to be there. So you don't have to go find an email. You don't have to find any document. It's always in Google Classroom. See this math worksheet? It won't be gray on Thursday. And then here's all the things you need for your difference maker research. So those are the things I wanted to tell you about today. Seems like a lot, but it really isn't. It's just a little bit each day. And if you think of it, okay, math, I'm just going to do a little each day. These mental math things, these are all, let's see if I can scoot that back up and get my mental math back where they belong. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know why that stuff is. Anyway, these are all our friend from the Mental Math, the Steve that does Splat and the SD Mysteries. And here's a new thing, and it's called subitizing. It's where you see a big group of stuff, and in your brain, you automatically group those things into smaller groups, so it's easier to count. And there's a whole bunch of activities. Just do one a day. There's no writing involved, and there's nothing to submit either. Now, the past few weeks, I have sent your parents check-ins every day to see what you have done. And they've said, yep, did you do Raz Kids? Did you do Flocabulary? Yep. And they checked all that off. I have made it so all the assignments are directly linked to something I can check. So I don't need your parents to tell me what you do each day. If I go to Thursday and it's like, gosh, Susie Q hasn't done anything in math, I'm going to be reaching out to you and say, why aren't you doing something, Susie Q? Do you need help? Do you need whatever? That said, I think there's one more thing I wanted to show you. So I shared with you already Google Chat. And I will be leaving that on from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. every day. And how do you get to it? You get to it by going to our little checkerboard thing. And my Google Chat's right next to Google Meet. Yours may not be there. But I'm going to click on chat. And because I've already been in one chat, it's listed here. And yours probably is too. Or it might say you've been invited. So I'm going to click on that. And you can see Mia and Quinn and me. We've all been chatting away on this. I'd love for you to chat in there, not just to say hi, but I'd like to hear you say hi. But you could do a question like, Mrs. Bim, I don't get this research thing. Or do I need to get it approved? Or can you help me with something? This is all where that would go. Okay. So that's our Google Chat. Our Google Classroom, remember, we're going to look at classwork. It's all the same stuff that's out here. It's just organized. You might say it's like organized in piles or in folders to make it neat for us. And this is our week of learning. Don't forget, we have Captain Nobody here. You can listen and read to your heart's content. And if you have any questions, always reach out on Google Chat, reach out on an email, text, call, whatever works for you. Have a great day, everybody. Oh, yeah. See you at 10 o'clock. Remember, we were bringing our favorite stuffed animal. See you then.